Hi there, my name is Jeff Brown and this is video number 5 in the Focus on Marketing series of videos of how to make more money from your photography. Today's tip I'm going to share with you is how to convert more of your wedding inquiries into actual bookings. Now, one thing I've seen with quite a lot of photographers, and I've also tested myself, is when a bride inquires or sends a message through to your Facebook page or a message through to your website, as most of my brides these days come through digitally through either Facebook or through a website, when the message comes through, I've seen a lot of photographers will just reply with a standard message, sort of something in the region of, yes, your date is available, I'd love to photograph your wedding, please find attached a copy of my price list. Or if it comes through Facebook, yes, I'm available, I'd love to do your wedding, here's a link to my website where you can find a copy of my price list. Now if you think about it, the bride herself has probably spent maybe best part of £20,000–30,000 organising and putting together a wedding, and it's one of the most important things on her mind at that particular moment in time when she's looking for a photographer. It's a bit like when you have a baby or when you get a new puppy or something like that. It's what you love to talk about. It's all that they pretty much talk about. It's the centre of their attention for a full year or 2 years, however long it takes to plan a wedding. And for you to just dismiss the importance of that off with a, yes, here's my price list, it really sort of undermines your status in the way the bride thinks about you. What you need to do is try and connect with that bride on a level where you're breaking into a conversation. Remember, she's excited, she's really excited about booking this wedding, and if you can show a bit of personality and come through in your inquiries by taking a great interest in what she's doing, then you're going to get to bond with her on a much better level. And she probably will, because remember, a lot of the photographers are probably offering the same sort of services as yourself, possibly around the same price for the price bracket you're in. And she's already decided that she likes your photography because she's made an inquiry. If she's come through Facebook or if she's come through a website, she's had a chance to view the images. The images that she sees on there are the photographs that she likes. And now she's wanting to take it to the next stage. And this is where you don't have to be a photographer. You have to put some personality and so show some real attention to what your bride is doing. So I don't know if you're familiar with a website called bark.com, which is over here in the UK. I know I have a lot of followers in Africa and America. I don't know if you have the same sort of thing, but bark.com is a website where you can, as a photographer, can put your details on, and then you can pay. It works out at about £10 a time. You can pay to respond to an inquiry. So you build up a profile on there with images, testimonials, a little bit about yourself, and then a bride will put through an inquiry to bark.com for a wedding in the area where you cover for you for that particular amount of budget, and then it's up to you to respond and convert that inquiry into a booking. Now remember, you could have another 10, 15, 20 photographers all pitching their £10 to that bride to try and get the booking. So you want to try and stand out. Now I did it about a month ago, and I did it through my girlfriend's account and pretended that I was a bride booking a wedding, and I chose a wedding venue that's close to where I live. It was a stately home, so it was quite a nice venue, and I also chose a date which was a midweek date in November, because I wanted to see if any other photographers give a discount for a winter wedding and also a discount for a midweek booking. And I don't as a rule give discounts, but if it's a midweek booking, I will give a very generous booking. And the reason being is I see my little girl every other weekend. I'm separated from my ex-wife, so I want to spend time with my little girl, so weekends are very precious to me. So I'll only do 20 weddings a year, and the remainder of the time I will take bookings during the week. You know, if I can get £1,500–1,000 for a midweek booking, I'll give a great discount, because it's time when I won't be having with my family. So anyway, I put the inquiry out, and I got 12 responses from photographers. And what surprised me was, out of the 12 responses, only 2 photographers took the time to engage conversation. Some photographers even just says, head on over to my website, here's my link, and that was it. They paid £10 for that. One photographer really stunned me, and judging by her website, she hadn't been in business very long. She was just qualified as a student and got a BA honours in photography. Her work was really good, but the best part about it is she engaged in conversation straight away. She asked about the venue, she asked if I had a particular theme, and she typed up a full page of information about herself and what she could do for me. Not what she could do, what she could do for me, how she could be of benefit. Now, that's what you need to do. You need to answer your inquiries to your bride of how you can make their day a better day. What solution can you give to them? Oh, okay, yes, you're going to give them photographs, but what else can you do? Well, you can give them a fantastic, trouble-free, hassle-free day, so they can have beautiful images of their wedding for years to treasure, but it's done in a way that's fun, natural and relaxed, with no hassle to the bride and groom, giving them plenty of time to enjoy their special day with their family and friends. And that's what a lot of younger couples want. They don't want this very sort of like regimented old style photography where stiff poses, very stiffly posed photographs that go on and on for ages. They want to have fun, they want more documentary style photography, and they want to feel a bit more relaxed, that you're just taking a bit more of a back seat and capturing the more natural photographs as they happen. So if that's your style, make sure you put that across. Another way to connect with the bride a bit more is, before you respond, if she's responded to you, if she's connected with you via Facebook, is check out her profile. Have a look and see if there's anything that you connect with. Now, I did this about a month ago. A bride was inquiring for a package of a wedding in an area not too close to me. It was a stately home, a fantastic venue, and it was next to the seaside in Northumberland, and it was an area where I go quite often to walk the dog. And I noticed on the bride's profile, on our cover photograph, she had a photograph of a pet dog. So I made sure that I put that into my response, and yes, I know the venue is absolutely fantastic. It has great opportunity for photographs on the staircase. It's got a beautiful huge staircase with a chandelier, fantastic grounds, and I know the surrounding area very well. If you want to go down to the beach, we can do pictures down the beach as well, because that's somewhere I go on a regular basis when I'm out walking the dog. Well, the response I got back was, oh yeah, Jeff, that's absolutely fantastic. I actually walk the dog down there too. What sort of dog do you have? So what we did is we actually started engaging in conversation. I left it a couple of days after she got all the prices, then contacted her back and secured the booking. And I don't think I would have got that booking as easy if we hadn't engaged in conversation. And one more thing to do, one more final tip is, if you do get the inquiry in and you respond, like I said, making it a bit more personalised, asking questions. If you ask a question, it means they've got to come back, so you're opening the dialogue to conversation. So if you finish your reply with a question, then she's got to answer back your question, and it keeps the conversation going. Remember, people buy from people they like. Now, one other thing is, once she's mid-inquiry, you've given her the prices, don't just leave it at that. Give it 2 or 3 days and do a nice follow-up. Hi, how's things going? How's the wedding planning going? And don't do the sell, just say, is there anything else I can do for you? Have you got any more questions? Or maybe you're looking for other particular services that I might be able to help you out with. I have a lot of connections with bridal cars, makeup artists, DJs. Try and be helpful, and also put into your email, advice costs nothing. If there's anything you'd like to know, just drop me a message. And what I do as a rule is I keep sending these emails. The first one is within about 2 or 3 days of the inquiry. The next one is within about a week, and the next one about another week after that. And I will do that until I get one of two things. I either get the booking, or I just get told no, they're not interested, or they booked somebody else. So you don't just leave it. And I once had earlier on this year, I had an inquiry, and I'd sent her over the course of a month about 4 or 5 emails, and the final email, I started to think, well, she hasn't responded, that's it, she's not going to bother. And on the final email, about the 5th email, a month later, she turned around and says, Jeff, thanks very much, I've been away on holiday, I completely forgot. If you've got the date available, I hope you still have. Yes, we'd definitely love to go ahead and book. So it just goes to show, until they tell you that they're not interested, just keep following up. But remember, don't push it. don't be too salesy. If you want to push it and be salesy, say that you've had an enquiry off somebody interested in the date and you'd like to give them first refusal, or maybe offer them a little bit of a special offer and say, well, you know, if you're interested in booking next month only, we're giving away a free canvas worth £250 with every booking. What would that canvas cost you? Maybe £15–20 from your supplier. So it's not a discount. You're not knocking any money off. You're giving them something extra. You're giving them a bit more value. Well, I hope you found this useful. Like with all the videos, they're just recorded live and put straight up onto Facebook and to YouTube and LinkedIn. So I don't bother editing them. I know I make a few mistakes as I go along, but the idea is just to get as much information out there as possible. So I hope you found it informative. If you do have any questions, or if you have any marketing tips that you'd like me to do videos on, or even contact you personally, I will. It sometimes takes about 3 or 4 days, but I do answer every question that I get through. I answer every question myself. So if you're not on my Facebook page, you can head on over to Focus on Marketing on Facebook, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye now.